morning, Patrick Rio Portrait. Tanikireno, Myombia Mark, to see me, Eddie, Paul Sema VIP, Jones Info, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Brigitte Kakai, Travel Life Vlog, Andrew 256B, Kabali Moses. I'm very okay. Thank you for asking, Moses. Now I'm okay. The past few days, I think, is what they call, I was burnout, fatigue. Yeah, I think that's what I've been going through. I'm very fine now. I think I used the weekend to get back on my feet. To get back on my feet. I think I'm much better now. I'm much better now. Good morning, Jovan Mugumi. So we had to do this topic on Saturday, and we did not do it. And then yesterday, still we did not do it. Guys, fatigue is real. Fatigue happens, and it's something that a chamber desimanyi ntikisobora okubeerawo n'otuuka and you feel like you're actually sick. Bangamembo abantu babawana ebitanda because of fatigue. Daniel Ken Albino Olak, good morning. Tumuhimbisa Ivan Jr., good morning. Cam Besije, good morning. So fatigue is a real thing. Fatigue is a real thing. So that's what I've been going through. And on Saturday, I felt like I was going to collapse. I did not collapse, but I felt really, really tired. And I think the next couple of months are going to be this hectic. But I'll be here. I'll be here. I'm very okay with calm. Basically, in this stage, just never dandos are umbilinga mukoye muko. And Fabasajja tutera kukkiriza nti osobola okukoowa naye nga ate it's very possible nti osobola okukoowa ne bakuwa n'ekitanda. Kizatadde o VIP, Morad K Momo VIP. I'm very fine, guys. Just ombiri gula kagwade gukoye muko. The commute gende mu ennaku zino, commute y'amaanyi mu nti mvuge kilomita 40 in the morning, ana mutano in the morning. Actually sana mutano. I do 45 kilometers from home, and then I do like a 6 or 7, 10 kilometers back to my office. That's 55 kilometers in the morning. Then I do another 55 kilometers in the evening, and in between the distances, I'm doing a lot of work. I'm doing a lot of thinking and all that. And the morning would actually be very fine because there is no jam tannaba kujja kale. But then the evenings are hectic because waliyo jam. So that's the trouble. And then you guys should remind me to share the story of why I'm commuting this far in a couple of months. I'll be able to share the story, but this might be my new normal for some time. Yeah, so that nenga chikoya muko. Heath Moses, good morning. Antonio Random Things VIP. I am recovered actually. Chotaite Hussein. I hope you guys are fine. Nzendi bulungi. I can't complain. So in a couple of months or a couple of weeks, I should be able to share the story and the reason of why I commute this far. Yeah, and probably it will be better by then. Maybe my body just needs to adjust. So we were supposed to talk about why self-importing of a car can actually make you lose money. Yeah, can make you lose money, and it's totally something that can happen. Yeah, you can import a car yourself and then you end up losing money. And this is something that I experienced. When you my people come to me, I tend to want to avoid discomfort sometimes. And some conversations will bring discomfort to you and me. Yeah. So sometimes I avoid conversations. Now, why I'm talking about this is because I had saw this experience. Someone went through this. They don't even know that they lost a lot of money, or they don't know that they did not save. So the idea is that when you import a car yourself, no generator through the agents, you save money. That's the idea, right? And the idea is that you can save up to 10 million, which is impossible. But the idea is that you can save up to 10 million, right? I can tell you now that you can lose up to 5 million. I tell you can lose up to 5 million. You may not lose up to 10 million, but you can literally lose up to 5 million, but you can also lose all your money when you decide to self-import a car. Okay? And of course, yes, someone sent me, I don't read newspapers. Someone sent me a screenshot of where they say that motor third party is going to increase, and I think the IRA is saying that fetuta claiming ascenders insurance. That's what they are saying. But the process of claiming for the insurance money means you have to have a second car. Senge morokayo ebako gwekona obo ina kukireka ku police basoke bakole investigation basasuloli kitegeeza kyekiche nabagamba nti everyone bobosobola ogula moroka eyokubiri gigulo gitekewe waka. You get, so that when it comes to third party insurance, because most of the time echitu papya finga ba na Uganda to pay off the people abali involved in accidents is because echitu papya chiri nti oine motoka emuso. But anyway, the IRA is going to increase third party. There are chances that we might actually pay more. But sagara kwogera byanjwanjwa okitegeera, but that's what is proposed. But today twogera ku why self-importing might actually make you lose money. You guys, have you seen the latest Primo? It looks like a crown. It looks like a crown. The difference is the fuel consumption. But me, I think sengamba desiri nti mfanyo ku mafuta. Sengamba desiri nti mfanyo ku mafuta. I would actually say I'll take a crown any day. I would take a crown any day, and not a Primo. So we are going to be talking about why that might lose money. I saw someone who actually lost money. Now, the ideal would be that when you import a car, you have cut out the middleman. You have cut out the normal importer. That's the ideal. The ideal is that you buy the car yourself. You don't give an importer profit. You don't give an importer what they call damage. You don't pay for all these things. So when your car comes from Japan or from wherever it comes from, it goes through to Mombasa, and then you can even decide to go and pick it up yourself, yeah, and then bring it to Kampala, and then all you pay would be the tax, right? So that's the idea. And the idea is that because you have eliminated the trader, the bond guy, you have eliminated the profits that he would have made, you have eliminated damage, you have eliminated. So most of the time when people import their cars, they even pay their taxes when the cars are still in Mombasa. So emotoka egenda okujja wano that the taxes are already paid. The guy just picks up their number plates and they head out. So that's the idea. But what if I told you that the idea could actually change? These are the scenarios. You go to the bond, they tell you a car is 75 million shillings or 80 million shillings, and then you go to someone that helps you import the car, and they tell you I can help you import that car at 65 million shillings. Or in the beginning they tell you we can use 58 million shillings to get that car here. That's what they tell you. And then on bringing it here, at the end of it all, when it's all done, end up spending about 63 million shillings. Remember the other guy told you the car is 75. So he thought, and And you know what happens normally when people want to import their own cars? They don't even try to bargain with the other guys. Let me just import the car. Because it takes about 2 to 3 months. You go and import. So you have spent 63 million shillings for a car that the bond guys told you would cost you 75, yeah? So you're thinking to yourself, 75, 63, I've saved 7 here, and then I've saved 5 there, so I've saved about 13. That's impossible, guys. That's impossible. Kale trader ne bwebera mu binyoe tasobola kubba million 13. Those traders normally work for 5 to 10 million shillings. And then when they want a car to go, probably is paying a lot of damage, they would actually let it go when they are making 5 million for them. So, go wali olaba nti savings a million 10. But I can tell you that the most normally that you save would be 5 million. Now, when do I recommend that you actually import your own car? I recommend that you import your own car. Kambaze kubala. I recommend that you import your own car only if you have someone on the ground in Japan or Dubai that you trust, that knows about cars. Someone that would literally do pre-purchase inspection the way Arthur does pre-purchase inspection in Kampala. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you don't have someone on the ground there, don't do self-importing. Don't do self-importing. You see how people here in Uganda webali abayayi. Neri na yo wali abayayi. Wekitegeera. Eri wali abayayi. I'm going to give you a scenario. So, a boy, you see how, let me tell you about the Harrier 2013. When you go to the bone to try and buy it, the one that has the Rumion engine, they will tell you about 80 million shillings. Yeah. Now, if you import it yourself, you can actually spend 60 million if you're well connected. Now, I'm talking about well connected. You can spend about 60 million, 65 million shillings. Okay? That's according to someone that told me they imported it themselves. That's something that everyone is still doubting. It's impossible that those guys are making over 20 million shillings on a car. That's impossible. Otherwise, I would know somewhere where that car is being sold at 65. You get. And even the cheapest place where they sell the cheapest cars, they sell it at 68, around there. So, but according to the person that imported it themselves, they brought it at around 65, 63, 65. If there were no bribes, million shillings, yeah. So, but what are the chances that you're going to import that car and actually make a loss? You could go and they tell you a car is 75, then in actual sense they are selling it 60 million shillings. So you go and import your own car because they told you 75, you import a car at 63 and you think you have saved. Then in actual sense you have spent 3 million extra. Now the scenario I'm telling you about, I won't tell you what car I'm talking about, but if the owner is watching this broadcast, they will know. I did not want to tell the owner when Narabe motoka. Yeah. I saw this person's car. This person imported their own car. But so I saw this car, nenjibikula nenjiraba mu bonnet moka ngo jiraba ankadde. Okitegeera nga wane Kampala teri asobola jigulanga ifaanana bwetyo. You get, but because they are ku ground, yalinayo muntu ku ground, the agents there bo bafune moroka gye bali ako sente eziwera ne bagimuguza. On top of that, this person bought this car at least 3 million extra, 3 million more. Yeah, 3 million more than what it's being sold here in the bond in Kampala. The same model, same make, same extras and everything. Yayongeramu million 2. Now, on top of okwongeramu million 2, emoroka nga nkadde. Now, what prompted me to make sure that we talk about this? This person drives the car for a few days. Actually, I think on the very day that I see the car, on the very day I see the car, we noticed something was not. No. We wanted to actually raise it. Tujiwanike muko. So najitwale mugamba ajitwale wa makanika wange. So wajitwale wa makanika wange. Ekintu makanika kyasooka okundaga, there were the bad shocks. I've never seen shocks that bad. Even for cars parked in Uganda for 2 years, sizirabangako shock ngambi nga ziri. For the guys that know shock absorbers, shock absorbers kuno okutula sepuringi shoko zo mu maaso, ekyo ekintu ekibeera ekya bulaka nga kitalaze nga kiyulise sina kutalaga nga kyatalaga ne kiyulika. That's how bad the car was under there. Okitegeera, right? Now this is something that doesn't happen quite often, but I'm talking about it so that you know that it's possible that it can happen to you. And you need to understand that the moment moroka kasogirete Kampala tekyasobola kuddayo, tokyasobola complaininga oba okiguddemu. And this was the case with all the shock absorbers, and it was the case with under there. But what these guys in Japan do, what they did is, because normally when you're shopping online, go shopping under bifananyi. The traders here in Kampala banaba bondi bo balina abantu baabwe eri abalonde mmotoka. Olumu abagagga bennyini bagenda ne beerabira ku mmotoka. That's why if you went to a big bond, you would never find the owner of the bond in the bond. Ebiseera ebisinga yabeera Japan oba Dubai oba UK ng'ali mu kunoonya mmotoka. Ye kyali alina kukola inspection, akakasa nti inspection ekolwa bulungi. Now, you poor Antonio, you are in Kampala, oli Kawempe, oba oli ku farm eri Eruwero, ng'ogamba kankozesa agent bangulire emmotoka mu bondi babbi bongeremu $5,000,000 nze kanzi saving. Kati mu kuzisavinga awo ogenda ofunira emmotoka enkadde ng'ate n'emmotoka ogiguze ebbeeyi. And the thing that happens with you importing, the costs are not, some costs will not be clear from the start. Some costs will come as they will come in as emmotoka bakyagiganidde, waliwo ayagala okulya yakakadde, tukamuwa emmotoka yafaagite, ate emmotoka ogitaddemu $2,000,000, ate akakadde kakulemesa emmotoka ng'oyiya akakadde ng'okawaayo. Oba akakawaayo ate kati ono alidde naye ate mukama we kati abiremesezza, twongereyo $5,000, ng'ogamba ate $5,000 kokka ng'ogongerayo. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So some of the costs that come with you importing a car will not be as clear as daylight. Yet, the costs that come with the bond car are very clear. You go to the bond, they will tell you the car, I'm going to sell you the car at 34 million shillings. Yeah? You drive out of here. You even go and look at the car, you know what is missing, you know what is not missing. You even tell the bond guy, the guys that have bought cars with me, you have seen. If you see things missing, we tell the person, kino tukyagala, kijje kweri kiteeke kweno, and they will do it. You have the chance to inspect everything. Nebinabe before umuobi manya. Oluwe byotamanya kati nga lwe moroka ezimu ennaku zino. Vanguard, Nuwa, yeah, zitanyo steering. Ojivuga ennaku nga zizo ne giving away. But some dealers still in Kampala, if your steering rack dies in a very short time, you take the car, they give you a new shock steering, or they give you the money back. Those are some of the advantages you get in when you buy cars locally. Now, I'm not discouraging you guys from importing, but I'm just trying to show you what can happen. Now, remember, this person has already invested 2 extra million shillings in importing a car. It took a long time. It comes here, it's old. He has to replace the entire suspension system. Ontegeera, omuntu aguze moroka wano e Kampala asobola ogivuga emyezi 6 nga talina kyakoze okujjako okugiwanika. You remember the engineer I told you about here that we bought the car with a fielder. N'agivuga omwaka mulama nga talina kyakoze okujjako twagiwanika buwanisi. Kyekyoka kye yakola. But when he went, after that 1 year, like I spending $1 million in game on H2, because buli kimu akya wansi bagula kipya. And that happens. But locally, you have the chance to actually look at the car and decide what you want, what you don't want. Now, the thing is, you just have to know the best way to bargain. The best way to bargain. Okitegeera. Bw'ota bargaininga bulungi kikusala. Now, ekintu ekirala ky'olina okumanya how the one thing that forces people to buy cars from abroad bazeereetere. Omusajja yatadde gaadi ku Aqua afa kinensi. And abantu abatomerere emabega nno nga bakutomedde ebibi. Actually, it's the accidents that happen with people where they cook themselves. That's the one thing that would prompt me to buy comprehensive insurance, because that's an accident that sometimes you may not see coming. So one of the reasons that you may be forced to import your own car is if the car is still new on the market, or the model. If there's still a new model, the model of the car you want to buy is still new on the market, you might actually be forced to import it yourself. Why? Because there will not be so many people that have that particular model in the bonds. Yeah? And the few people that have the model in the bonds will want to milk and make a lot of profit from it before it's here. So what do I then advise you do? Then what happens is that unless that model of the car you want has anything special, like it can massage you as you sit there, or it has certain safety features that other cars don't have, I would actually advise you buy the model that is affordable. When I say it like that, it seems like the thing is, the model cars and probably there are models that I've not driven that will feel special for all time. After a couple of weeks, every car is ordinary. After a couple of weeks, every car is ordinary. That's according to me. Kebere motoka ki, kebere wishe yempya, kebere nuwa SI, kebere Volvo, kebere chi, because for you it becomes ordinary. You get it? So why take the trouble? Kada take trouble je tubaze yokujigule bei no kujitusano nga ngemotoka andwadde. I find that that's the smallest of your worries. Your biggest worry should be, and the way I know you would want to save if you're importing your own car, you might even decide to not buy insurance that covers it from Mombasa to Kampala. That the comprehensive insurance that covers your car from Mombasa to Kampala. You may not buy it. Yet, sure deal, go again, ogena funa driver jivugo jije Mombasa jikutusako, oba gojja kwagala jivugo jivugo Mombasa jikutusako. So now, the worst that could happen would be you can getting an accident between Mombasa and Kampala. Now, when that happens, you're losing all your money. Let's leave even that. If your car gets an accident between Japan and Mombasa, you've seen those cases where they made it was an accident and all that, and your car gets lost. Who pays? Now they are going to tell you Morocco insured and all that. The reason why our comprehensive insurance in Uganda doesn't work is because claiming, the process of claiming is hard. It's long. Yeah? So that's one thing that I don't want you to forget at any one moment. That in case your car gets trouble between Japan, Tokyo, Guangzhou, and Mombasa, do you have the resources to actually make sure you get paid? Now, this doesn't happen often. I remember there is a time a friend of mine imported a Fielder at 25. Yeah, the Fielders here were 28. Now, the one thing that he was not told, the reason why his Fielder was cheaper than the Fielders here was because the Fielders that are highly priced here are 1.5 liters, yet the Fielder imported was 1.8 liters. At that time, the 1.8 liter Fielder was also cheaper here locally. Nga basobola ogiguza million nga 25 n'emitwalo 5 25 okitegeera, ye yagigula 25 and he celebrated. So buying it here would have been easier for him, 1.8 kuba price kumpi yalisigala nga yemu, naye yete yakimanya because he did not move around in so many bonds. And normally when someone's mind is geared towards importing their own car tateeka munnyo namaanyi kunoonya a good price locally because already aba alina option kiringa omukazi bw'abanga abamukwana abamusuubiza obufumbo bangi. You the current boyfriend, you don't get as much attention and as much effort because she knows she has options. Nafe abamanyi bw'oba olina abawala bangi abakwagala bonna obawa half attention. So that's what happens when people want to import. So before you import your car, you advise move around and see here. As a matter of fact, okujjako ng'oli mugagga muvundu sijja gamba na mugagga okujjako ng'oli mugagga muvundu, I would discourage you from importing. Nze nga Arthur, having seen what car okitegeera, sometimes the reason you're importing is because you have not really bargained that much. Okitegeera. Todi Ronald, good morning. Lucky Mose, good morning. Lucky Mose desiwulira bulungi. I thought I had recovered, but somehow I needed to sleep a little more. After some time back, I collapsed at Entebbe airport and even missed my flight due to fatigue. Are you sure, Andrew? Importing is not a wise idea, given the fact that URA has its own importers. After you feel good now, not the best, but I feel better. It's not most of the times nowadays. URA has that one-stop clearance center where goods are paid off at the port of entry in Mombasa or Dar before being cleared. Heath Moses, it seems like it's faster. It's as one to the one now by how much India. Heath Moses, when they say one-stop center, it seems like it's straightforward. It's not. Jay Sekaja, good morning. Derek Lule, good morning. Jerisha Motors, good morning. Prosi Bravo, good morning. Morad K. Momo. How about before the importation? I don't know about them. Arthur, welcome back from the shortest rest. Good morning. Good morning. Mama Aban Chairperson wa Kamoli. Hey, Mama Aban Abela Kamoli. Dennis 12, good morning. Ayubu Isa, good morning. Any recommendation of someone making 32 million a month? Ayubu Isa, someone making 32 million. I don't know what recommendation you want, but for a person making 32 million a month, I'm thinking you should be advising a lot of people here. Arthur, it also depends on the grade of the car. Most bonds buy very low grade cars and still want to sell them expensively. Moses, having done inspection, most bonds here baleta grade etanikiranga mu 3. Okay, bakale balwa baleta 2.5 naye abasinga baleta grade 3, which is fairly good for Uganda, for the Ugandan market. Era baleta grade 3 batunda raisimu kubaleta grade 4. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That's why you'll find someone saying, anze moroka tajiguze milioni 2 ngabana bagigula 2.5 oyo manya agula grade 3 2.5 okitegeera. But you guys, you have a chance to also buy the lowest grade without knowing, because bajja kulaga moroka ndala atera basobola okuletera emotoka endala. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you're going to be importing your own car, make sure you have someone on the ground. Importing from Dubai. You guys saw those things. I saw them on TikTok. Nze lavu zeke moroka neeyita mu mazzi n'ensuza ku kkubo. Siyinza gula moroka eyise mazzi ge Dubai. Good morning STS Sounds Entertainment. Mutaduba Joseph. Mwesigwa Isaac, good morning. Wanika the car. Mwesigwa okuwanika kubeera raising to a higher ground clearance. Michael UG, Kabali Moses. Arthur, I recommend if you to ship yourself, you buy a higher grade car. You can never regret. Hannah Joshua, yes, good morning. What does not become ordinary after you have had it for a few weeks or months? Techidi your Heath Moses. Everything becomes ordinary. And that's why when I find someone saying njagale no modo, like as a person that has dreamt, it's only when you don't own something, ngovuga mu kivuga nga si kicho, when it's that it never becomes ordinary. Boss leaves. Ebintu bya importing nabivaako. Mr. Lucius, good morning. Uncle Patrick Asiku, good morning. Kazoba BL. Is it better to import a Mark II Grand 4-wheel drive or I can get it locally? The other bit is that a VVTi Mark II Grand. Kazoba BL, all Mark II Grands are VVTi, and there is no Mark II Grand that can be imported now. The Mark X is what replaced the Mark II Grand around 2008, I think. Yeah, 2008. 2006. The last Mark II Grand was made in 2005, I think. Then they started making Mark X's. Forex Imana, who? What's that? I've already cleared the Subaru Forester and I saved about 7.5 million shillings. I've been driving it for 9 months. Okay, that's something. What model of the Subaru is it? I would love to compare the prices with some of the best deals we get in Kampala. I'd love to compare that. Ugandan roads look better than the ones here. Morning to you, Arthur. Good morning, Ronald Muchwa VIP. Brian Wanyama. Good morning. That's very true. I loved having an iPhone. Now in 2 months it became ordinary. Now, maybe because I know that literally everything becomes ordinary. That's why you'll find that this is my dream car. I love cars. I can never do without a car, but somehow I literally don't have a dream car. I saw a Mark II Grand with beams engine. Is that, yeah, Kazoba, all Mark II Grands have beams. There are ones that have a 3-liter engine. I don't know what that engine is called. I don't know the engine code, but they are not. They will never be popular in Uganda. We don't need that much support, some performance. So anyway, importing is a good thing. I just want to know, Annie. Someone has said he saved 7.5 million shillings. Felix, I would love to know the price, the price, the model of the Subaru Forester that you bought, the extras that come with it, and then I'll probably come and compare for you what I can get what offer I can get in Kampala with the same one. You get. Because sometimes you would say you saved, nenga you also saved on the grade. Grade that you want to see a grade you remove bond. And then the other thing that happens is, almost everyone that has imported the car, the money that they spent, I have seen the same car in a bond somewhere at the same price. Nenga, the bonds normally where those cars are about because they spend a lot of money trying to make it, put it to the standard of the cars in the bonds where those cars are a little bit more expensive. Church Mujimanyi, Divaita Prayer Palace. Athabambi Nyamba, which oil should I buy for my wish? Samuel, you had an owner's manual in your car, right? The owner's manuals normally recommend the oil, yeah? The owner's manuals normally recommend the oil, but if you have any car that is like 2008 and above, ngatinka denyo, whatever do you take 5W30, 5W40. That oil is very expensive, but it's totally worth it. It's expensive, but it's worth it. For a car that takes 4 liters, you probably use about 260, 208 there for service. Nonga oil wabuli John was 75 or wabuli Joe engine by time motor oil wa mitwalo omala mitwalo nga 10 na 10. Rashid Jagenda, good morning. Charles Sebaduka, good morning. But I bet you we ngaba bira ne kajja. This is the first time I'm using this route, by the way. If you remember, twali tuiteri mu Kigaga. So guys, this is Prayer Palace. Baraka bakyazimba. Baraka bakyazimba. So, but I hope you guys are doing well. The nice on the weekend that fatigue is real. Wena wotuka nga okoye nga amazima gali nti weetaaga kukola ki, nga weetaaga owummule, okitegeera. So I'm slowing down a little bit. The commute is tough on me. The commute is a little tough on me. Katumula bano kumacha ziri kilomita 5 zeyongedde mulunda vuga nga 3 kwana. Nekati mvuga 5 kumacha 5 ekiro. Antonio Pajero short yiyo. Atono ogamba sakula zemmoroka zoyagala zitategeerekeka. Era bikange ekola ne S oba ekola S oba ndabirwamu zezitakka kati ekyo olina mala gituulamu okumanya ekituufu. Either S akola oba endabirwamu tezikka. Fe abavuze ku mmoroka enkadde ebyo tubimanyi. And then someone on TikTok wanted to buy a drone for executive transport. A drone yogiraba emito gyayo gijjiramu. That's not even a drone. That's a king long. That's not even a drone. Nene ekyo nakyo jja kisanga nga bakisera bakijjiramu emito gyakyo egiri executive. You guys saw the news of the athlete gwe bayira acid n'afa. It's terrible, eh? It's terrible. Like, you guys bw'olabanga red flag, omuntu n'omulabanga ayinamu red flags. Mwesonyiwe genda okole ebirala. Because gye binagwera, and people see all these red flags. Ekirungi ekiriwo nti oli yayokyezeza munne naye ne yeeyokya kati naye tajja kuwona. Munne amusooseeyo busoosi. It was a 2010 2-liter XT EJ20 four-wheel drive grey. It came at 90k mileage. It has loved our roads here in Kisoro. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to research. Let me just take a screenshot of that. Sorry guys, ndoza wali wembadde nkuba screenshot wembadde nkuba screenshot ndoza nyize sound n'avaako. Sorry. A friend of mine almost died because of stress. He ordered a lorry, but the truck took 6 months. That was beef forward. But you guys now you can imagine 6 months. Kati woba sente ozewoze bwewozi. Okitegeera. Sorry guys, new volume had gone off. Thank you for reminding them, Toddy. Kati wano tuli Ndeeba. Wano se waita Ndeeba. Katwaddako wali maaso. ebintu ebyo nakozesa mu cafe nabigula eno ku senti ya cafe ebintu ebyo nabigula eno. And one Mundeva, I think they literally have no see they bono Katwe. They vary side Z. This is Katwe. This is Katwe. Waliwo tumotoka twayera omuntu labye oba twafaddi obo omotoka bwembagamba kandabe kikaaki ite Suzuki obo omotoka motokobo mwaba importing nga mujja kwagala obu importing kuba eri okalaka milioni 3 okagula nka milioni emu kitundu nogaka nkatwale bwenebwe kanaafa katuuza nokasaswira omusolo kwa milioni 6 ogattako 3 ezikaleese milioni 9 nekafa myezi 7 nononya spare nabula. This is all Katwe. Finishing oyo kati abantu bamukoze nnyo okuteka mu design bw'obutafaali. Now that's a vit mugirabe eri side zeri gye batunda milioni 3.2 eyo gyolaba. Mulowooza saagala kuvaako ngende nga teeri eri ku lubiri kubanga wano bwaba tewatambula nga bwebatukola bubi. Mr. Arthur, how can one differentiate the grade by just looking at the car body? You can't. Majority of the gradings that they do ziva ku engine ne ziva ne ku under the K1, the amount of rust that is in there, olumu ne kiva ne ku mileage. Yeah, mileage, the amount of rust the car has, because there are some people that one of the importers that say they even put the car through a machine to see if it has any rust anywhere. Omanyinga bwe bascanninga ne bagiscanning okulaba oba ina rust. Kati abo ba importer bwe batyo wana abawana mujja okusanga emmotoka zaabwe za beeyi mukko kuzaabalala. So but normally the grade kubaako ne grading bumaaka butera okugirako ku ndabirwamu z'omu maaso naye babujjako because kati you don't want your buyers to differentiate the grade. But also the engine, the gearbox, otuna mu engine nolaba n'obuyonjo obulimu okitegeera, because by importer bawano tebooza mmotoka bo emmotoka nga bwagireese booza kungulu pozi ne munda ne balongoosamu. But me, I prefer normally when we are buying cars, when we are inspecting cars, I prefer to look at cars that have not been cleaned that much. Zezikulaga embeera entuufu okitegeera. But majority of the time ona wano kati from Uganda wano ebintu ebijja okumalako ennyo emirembe, engine, gearbox neno wansi eno mu suspension, because emmotoka ezimu, like there is a person that came, this person bought their own car, then they came for me to put a tracker in their car, and he showed me nga engine the engine block had been welded back together. Nga omanyi engine block ngeringa yayatika ne baddamu ne bagyokya. Kati emmotoka eba yali grade ya wansi naye era gye yagigula wava emmotoka eza layisi gye mbagambye, emmotoka ezivaayo ziba za layisi, ate ekyewunyisa ye teyagigula layisi wadde yagigula gye bagula emmotoka za layisi. You get so kakati gundi mugirabye bwe balinnya akasozi mukalabye akasozi bakayita batya bridge. Somehow we have ended up back at Queen's Way, using a lot more time, but we are here. We shall go. Even on the inspection forms, grades and other deformities are included. Ebyo ebintu ebiraga deformities eziri ku mmotoka babijjamu byonna. I think we have inspected about 3 cars where we found all the papers intact. majority of those cars ezo empapula zonna bazijjamu ezikubuusa okitegeereza empapula ezisinga bazijjamu ezikubuusa so kati wano you rely on the eyes naye nga ate kyekiri ne wali ne bwe importing emmotoka you're still going to rely on someone like the gentleman ya importing akawundu eyo 213 yaŋŋamba ye ku ground yalinayo mukwano gwe yagenda kawundu n'agitunulako n'agivuga namwawo n'akuba ebifaananyi bya chassis namba naki ono bagenda omuweereza empapula ezijjira ku mmotoka eziraga emmotoka gye baleeta ng'olredi alina information naye kati gwe yo solely depending on an agent alina kubanga omwesiga nnyo and there are some trustworthy agents abajja okubuulira awo tetugulawo mmotoka wabi wali tugulawo we wasinga ennungi ono omuntu waffe yatukebera bulungi and all that. Good morning Mulindwa Gonzaga. Solomon Chitumba, good morning. Arthur Oppo is how much and how good? Why do you want to buy Oppo? Bracho yagala kugula Oppo. Solomon, I hope one day my nephews get to see Uganda. My brother-in-law here looks like a nice country. Adinaitwe Muleme, good morning. Stuart Ahimbi, good morning. Kitha Mashadrag, bang. Nendo za sound ya telete. Mr. Katola Ubed, good morning. Jester of Fun. Stuart Ahimbi, uguzi zako. Who had Petro? Bamuira Petro. Oyo si acid. Nga the reports I saw said acid. In IT we call it fatigue burnout. Yes, Kazoba. Nanka burnout kacha alimu akatuno tunaye kati. I've relaxed a little bit so I know I'm safe. If I require resting, I'm going to rest. I'm going to have breaks in between. Man, keno jemsenga wakwata nnyo. It's 8:17. Bana tutabano. Ate n'abensambya babakutte. Abensambya bali wali side ya wali wansi waka abo batadde. So this walk bridge makes Uganda look like everywhere it's okay. But the data eri wano wotebeeraawo. Basaana beerewo. So I've not gone on that walk bridge before. I don't know how safe it is. Oba abayaye tebabeerayo kuba teke. Jimmy Putan, good morning. Sebugwao Medi, good morning. It's Agamba Opa. A colleague once said, Opa is not a bad car. What was it? 3S, I think. Na yeze a nuji elimu engine ya primo new model. Jivaita chi. 1ZZ. Yelimu ZZ. 2Z. Code yezo sizimanyi. Gochogo manya Solomon. Opa enunji yokula inakuba engine ya primo new model. But that's a very small car for that consumption. So that's why I'm asking why they want to buy an Opel. But of course people love cars. Yeah, but I hope you guys are doing well. Nebatuta, and this is the moment they decided to let us go. Nera leni jendi mungeringe yaba kapere ngate batambula iyo lawum old model lawum sajabo mu byalo bagita lawum. What is happening here?
I don't know why.
Hassan last born. 40s and last born. Techigasse bulungi 40s and last born. But a person in their 40s, any car can work for you. A car is just a car, guys. Buy your C200 ogiraba very comfortable. Naye nayo ogivuga mu emyezi ebiri eba nnomu. Esigala eri nnomu. Ng'ogyeko abantu okutundira baga haya kuli moroka ey'ebbeeyi biki. Ebirala byonna byonna esigala moroka eri nnomu. Okitegeera. Emoroka esigala eri nnomu. You buy according to your pockets. It depends on what money you have. After knowing this is the amount I have that I can spend on a car, then you look at the options that are available in that range, and then you decide what car to buy. Ukitegeera mukuru Hassan. Uganda looks busy. Uganda is busy. Good morning, but Vanguard and Kaudo, which one has higher ground clearance? Which one would you advise? It's a motor zonna CMB. It just depends on what you want. So now we just get those zipimanga emuwe besinze kenda regisinga ko state ndage. Obabi. Kamba sibuli bantu bange. Mwe bale nyo kubera ku broadcast. Echa wendi nnyo. Mu chema maya just weekend. Nabadde tuliranga. Kabana utukabadde kawera ate kayinza obutagenda katikati naye ngenda genda nkakendeezanga ko mpola muyombya Mark tusime Eddie Paul sema VIP Jones info temwerabira nkola pre-purchase inspection. My people, you're going to buy a car, I'm your man, I come with a mechanic and we make sure you get the best car for your money. And gwekyokula kiti kimugamba nti I like that car, I don't like that car, gyotayagala titujigula gyoyagala gyenda as long as it's in the best condition for our budget. Tucharginga akasente katono emitwalo 45 gyokka. Tracker weziri, alarm weziri. Bridget Kakai, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Jones Info, Patrick Rio Poultry Farm, Pade Travel Live Vlog, and 256B, Kabali Moses, Jovan Mugume, Dan Okeni, Albino, Olak, Tumuhimbi, Ivan Jumia Kambes, Jechizata Deo VIP, Morad K Mobo VIP, Chotarite, Hussein, Antonio Random Things VIP, Heath Moses, Toddy Ronald, Lucky Mose, Jay Sekaja, Derek Lule, Jerisha Motors, Prosi Bravo, Kawagama Enoch, Dennis 12, Ayubu Isa, Kabali Moses, STS Sounds Entertainment, Moisigwa Isaac, Mikel UG, Boss Leaves, Nathan, Mr. Lucius, Council Patrick Asiku, Kazoba BL, Ronald Muchwa VIP, Brian Wanyama, Nathan, Charles Sebaduka, Rashid Jagenda, Kaiwa Benjamin, Stuart Ahimbi, Jester of Fun, Toddy Ronald, Kitha Mashadrak, Alinaitwe Muleme, Ochaloi Daniel, Kitumba Solomon, Mulindwa Gonzaga, Jimmy Putan, Sebugwao Medi, Hassan Lastborn, Felix, your other name yokusoma, Kasozi Henry Farmers, Site Uganda, Edwin Mugirwa, Seith Kagaba, of course JK, ono Kampala, mulabi wa boda, atekayo butesi. And I realize it's not just in Kampala and Uganda, it's in all third world countries. Abantu abasinga tebagala organization. Guys, munzikirize mbasibule ngenda baleka mukavimu ka enjoying muko. As soon as it fades, we also fade. Mukama abampero mukisa, thank you very much for being part of the love of cars. Temuna gula nkofiira wano sinalo ye wana nti yaguze nkofiira. Number yenkofiira 8787599882 and you get yourself for the love of cars cape kumitwalo ebiri jokka. Mukama abampero mukisa, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Market Tuesday.
Jesus.
kangene nga nkuzeemu. All driving school people bamanyi okukatinga corners. Maybe they just choose to. Ngenda mukubuuliza.